It's the Sports Kings. He might fall off the wagon in the next 10 minutes. Rob Calloway.
It's about bringing talent. It's not about all the flash and glitz and glam.
Not your average sports talk show.
The Sports Kings.
This is NFL legend, Work Done.
This your boy D. Howard, a.k.a. Superman.
I'm Jerome Bettis, the bus.
It's Cam Newton. Holla at your boy, already.
This is Hank Aaron, and I'm down with the King.
Tell a friend, Kings is back.
And welcome back into hour number 2 of the Sports Kings podcast for this Wednesday. We're being heard via Spreaker.com. You can reach us on our social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Sports Kings Live. We're also on the email machine, sportskingslive@gmail.com for anyone who'd like to address us in long form, over 140 characters or whatever Twitter gives you nowadays, or if you want to, you or anybody you know would like to sponsor the show or sponsor an hour or segment of the show, feel free. Shoot us an email, sportskingslive@gmail.com. Now, last hour, we spent the majority of the hour talking about the NCAA holds and the way they continue to steal from young children. Well, not young children, but college-age children. They continue to steal from college-age children, and rich white men continue to make off like bandits. And let's keep it real. That's what we're talking about here.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Let's go ahead and just keep it what we call 100, right? Like all the rich white men are running around with their millions of dollars telling us how wrong it is to give these young black kids any money for doing a job. That's what they're doing, a damn job. I digress. We've done with that. From there, we went on to talk a little NBA. It's getting close to playoff time. Good. Guys are getting back healthy. Some guys are leaving with injury, so that's not good for those prospective teams. And right now, I guess we move on a little bit. And you know what, Rob? Before we started back recording, you said you wanted to mention something, and I told you guys we were going to do this. Like, as this mega fight gets closer, we'll talk more and more because obviously things will be coming out more and more. But if you're going to talk about what I think you're going to talk about, and ladies and gentlemen, I haven't asked him, but you know, we kind of just do this thing where we try to just read everything, and hopefully at some point they just coincide. Where he's read, I've read. Yeah, this is going to be like a segment, some sort of segment, like old player / athlete, stop talking immediately. Like, stop putting microphones into old players and athletes' faces and allowing them to talk. Now, I don't know I don't know if that's what Rob is going to address, but I just want to kind of intro this segment. And if he doesn't address it, I damn sure will. The floor is yours, my man.
You're talking about Roy Jones Jr.? Is that what you're talking about?
Whoa. You know what? No and yes. You reminded me just now about Roy Jones, but no. It wasn't Roy. Continue, sir.
Okay. Well, the first thing I wanted to mention is the amount of money, because it came up the other day, and for some reason I just got caught up in our conversation and forgot to mention it. But this fight coming up May 2nd, Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, is set to do huge numbers at the gate. They are setting up the MGM Grand Garden Arena to hold what is the equivalent of $74 million in ticket sales.
Get money.
The next largest amount was in 2013 when Floyd took on Canelo Alvarez. They sold $20 million in ticket sales. So you're talking about $74 million. I mean, that's like triple. So big money going to be made in the fight. But if you're headed to Vegas, here's some news that just came out about 30 minutes ago via TMZ. And it's crazy. I heard it was going to happen, but I wasn't really sure. The MGM, they are the host arena. The MGM Grand Gardens are the host arena for the big fight. And they have the exclusivity deal for the fight. And they have enacted that, which prevents any other hotel that's not an MGM property on the Strip. It prevents them from being able to show the fight anywhere in their hotel, whether it's pay-per-view, whether it's in the casino, in the clubs, in the bars. You will not be able to see the fight at any property that is not owned by MGM, and that just came down about 30 minutes
See,
ago.
now, if I'm Floyd and Manny, because don't they get like a portion of the pay-per-view money?
The buys, yeah, they do.
Yeah. I'm kind of like, hold on, player, you cutting into my pocket a little bit.
But see, here's the thing though, and I'm sure this is what the MGM properties, this is what they're about to do, because usually how they have it set up in the Grand Gardens, they have an auxiliary room, a big room for people that can't necessarily pay the big ticket to see the fight.
Right.
You can pay $50 a head to go into this auxiliary room and watch it closed circuit.
Right.
Right? You pay $50. So I'm sure what they're about to do is they're about to arrange it so that they have a certain amount of ballrooms and whatnot at their properties that they're going to show the fight closed caption. And instead of $50, they're probably going to charge everybody $100 to come in and watch. And
I'm going to assume you mean closed circuit, but go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm messing with you.
But I thought, okay, so the thing I thought when I said Roy Jones, I thought you were talking about Roy Jones. Well, first of all, Roy Jones is back. For those of you that have been under a rock, Roy Jones has resumed his career as a professional boxer. And, so far so good. He announced the fight, and 3 weeks later he was fighting.
Oh, God.
And so he has another fight coming up. Is it this month?
Oh, God,
I
say
think,
no.
Yeah. When
walk
is the
away.
fight? The fight, hold on. The
Just
fight
walk
is,
away.
They said it
Leave.
was in a month. So April 9th, I think, is the date for the fight.
You can't love
But
getting
anyway.
hit in the head that much. You can't.
Yeah, man. Because it's not even about the money. It's not even about the money at this point. So he just announced the fight last night that he's going to fight in his hometown of Pensacola, Florida, coming up.
P. Cola,
in just
stand
a few
up.
weeks. Yeah, just a few weeks. But they interviewed Roy Jones yesterday, or the day before yesterday, and of course he'll be working the Mayweather Pacquiao fight. And they asked him, they were asking him about the fight, and he was just, talking about how he was when he won the heavyweight title, he was 36 years old. And, of course, right now, Manny Pacquiao is 36. So, his whole thing was at 36, you never know what you can do. But Floyd being 38, he's more dangerous right now. He's saying that, because he's in a situation that he's never been in before, when a guy that's going to press him, you can look to see Floyd, start to throw those fists a little bit more. And we could possibly see, Floyd Mayweather coming out throwing power shots. And that's what I thought you were talking about.
No,
but I saw that. I was like,
it's 20 times worse than that. What I'm describing is a million. Like, to me, that's a boxing analyst analyzing boxing, using like regular boxing terms like power shots and talking about the difference in ages and all that kind of stuff. That's a boxing analyst speaking. No, what I'm talking about is your boy, Evander Real Deal, I don't believe in condoms, Holyfield. That's who I'm talking about.
Talking about the charity fight?
Like, no.
Oh,
And
okay.
You know what? I'm so glad you haven't seen this, because I can get your genuine reaction to this foolishness. Like, yeah, this is my new segment. Stop letting old players talk. Old athletes talk. Stop. Especially ones who made their living getting hit in the head. Evander Holyfield was asked about this fight and asked to kind of give his prediction or whatever, right? In a quote, he says, Mayweather won't win because from what I've seen, here's where it gets stupid. I'm not even through the first line yet, but here's where it gets stupid. Boxing doesn't want nobody to get out of the sport undefeated. They want to keep the money in the sport by doing things to make it happen this way. Somebody beats the man, and then somebody beats the man who beat the man. And then somebody beats the man who, this is a quote now.
But you know what he's saying.
I don't know what the hell he's saying. Right? How do you know what Evander's saying? He probably doesn't even know what he's saying, Rob.
No. Look, what he's saying without saying it is that if this fight goes the distance, that Floyd is not going to win the fight. because it's not good for Vegas for Floyd to win the fight. That's what he's saying without really incriminating himself.
Look.
He's saying that for the underworld and all, everything that's about Vegas.
The what?
That's what he's.
Dude, did you make your 11 getting hit in the head too? What the hell are you talking about? Okay,
I thought I joined.
I'm gonna finish the quote. I'm just saying. And then somebody beats the man
That's what he's saying.
who beat the man who beat the man who beat the man.
That's Ric Flair.
Yeah,
that's Ric Flair.
All that's
Man,
not Ric
yeah,
Flair.
beat man.
That's a couple of Ric Flairs. Like, this is a dude who's been concussed many times talking. He doesn't even remember how many times he said beat the man. It's about 7 in one sentence. All right. He goes on to say, quote.
That's for every loss he got in his career. But
So
go ahead.
he says, another quote here. So I tell you what's going to happen. Because it's going to be a close fight. Yeah, it'll be close. And Pacquiao's going to get the decision. Then it's going to be a matter of whether Mayweather is going to fight again. Whether he feels like he has made enough money to say, I ain't got to fight, end quote. Well, here's the thing, real deal. Whether he wants to or not, he's under contract for another one anyway. And here's the other thing. If you're Evander Holyfield and you're supposed to be an ambassador of a sport that's dying, the last thing you want to do is start promoting the fact that you believe that there's something shady going on in one of the shadiest sports ever.
Hey, man.
Why didn't somebody say, Evander, stop talking right now? Stop talking.
But that's exactly what he was doing. I mean, that's what I'm saying. He was saying it. He was saying it without just coming out just flat out saying.
No, he flat out said it.
Gonna be fixed.
Like when you say, where is it? Mayweather won't win,
to finish
right? Because boxing doesn't want nobody to get out undefeated. Like this whole conspiracy thing, like that's the last thing boxing needs when they have this glimmer of hope in life in this huge fight. Because you know how people are. Well, Evander said it, not realizing that Evander has spent the majority of his life making babies and getting punched in the head. Sometimes probably at the same time.
Yeah, all about that head. By the head?
I wouldn't know. But this was at the bottom. By the way, this was at the bottom of my notes. But because you wanted to bring up the boxing thing.
Boxing.
And
I missed that.
Yeah, as soon as I read it, I was like, what the hell is happening? Why is Evander, does he hate boxing now? Is that what's happening? He's like trying to get back because they allowed him to get his ear bitten off. Like, what is happening now? Like, be an ambassador, dude.
But once upon a time ago, I remember, I think it had to be HBO. I think they were auditioning Evander at one point, like, how they,
for
give
what?
boxers a shot of doing it. Well,
to talk?
Yeah.
Hold on, dog. Hold on, dog. Dominique is calling. He's like, what the hell?
No, this was actually still doing, because they a lot of times with the boxers they start you while you're still boxing, and so it was around the time that he was the champ.
That dude couldn't talk when he was boxing. What are we talking about?
And that's what I was about to say. That it was kind of boring. Like he didn't really, he didn't bring any kind of charisma, to the broadcast set. So he might be a little better. The boxing ain't giving back.
I didn't know where he was. Charisma. You got to know where you are first. Yeah.
So shouts out to Evander, man.
Oh boy, previously homeless Evander Holyfield. Did he find him a new crib yet? They put Evander out the crib, like really, like a nobody.
Okay.
Like he wasn't nobody.
Well, the thing about it was that he wasn't even living there at the time that they came in and pulled all the stuff out. He had already moved out.
Yeah, of course, he's supposed to. That's what the court said, dude.
Yeah, he just had the folks come. They just came and moved all the stuff out. And you know what the shame in all of that is?
Nope.
Is that damn Rick Ross, the rapper Rick Ross, was able to buy the house in foreclosure for like pennies on the dollar.
Maybach music.
Initially paid for that house.
Rose. Yep. Same thing 50 did with Mike Tyson's house. Exactly.
Yeah, but the thing, I was just about to say, 50, his money is a little bit different. But Rick Ross, a lot of people don't know Rick Ross. What is it, the Wingstop? the Wingstop